encourage you. The President Vice Chancellor of Babcock University, Professor Ademola S. Tayo, is here amidst his busy schedule. He kept those schedules aside and will want to talk with you. May I request that the most difficult question that you have found difficult to ask anybody, feel free to ask them today. And if you don't get answer, make sure you remain seated here until you get the answer. So even if he decides to leave, sit down. Tell him you are not going until you get an answer. Ladies and gentlemen, here also we have the Vice President Student Development, Babcock University, in person of Dr. Sunday D. Audu, who is ably represented by the Associate Vice President Student Development. Join me to make welcome Professor Tolani Williams.
Good afternoon, distinguished students. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming, our faculty and staff. Thank you for coming to be with us this afternoon. I've been asked to give a very short remark on what we are doing this afternoon. So I say that we gather not only to celebrate an important moment in the life of our esteemed Vice Chancellor, but also to reflect on a journey that has shaped, strengthened, and inspired this institution in countless ways. This interactive session is more than a farewell. It is a tribute to leadership, to service, and to a legacy that will continue to guide our university long after this day. As we interact with our Vice Chancellor, let us look forward with hope and confidence, knowing that the foundation built during this tenure will support generations to come. Let us proceed with today's interaction with a spirit of joy, reflection, and deep appreciation. And with these words, I want to welcome you to this interactive section, interaction with the President Vice Chancellor. I want to encourage us to feel free to talk to him. This is the time and the only time that you have. God bless you and have a good time.
You have not finished writing WAEC. Today, he is presiding on the affairs of Babcock, has graduated quite a number of persons. God has led him and his team for a period of 10 years in steering the affairs of Babcock University. I thought you would clap for him now. The only way you may want to appreciate that 10 years, I don't know when was your last birthday, minus 10 from it, you know when he became VC. But he didn't come here alone, just in case the question you will ask him, he will decide not to have an answer. We have here in our midst the Senior Vice President Academics, Professor Philemon Amanze. He's also seated here. Please make him feel welcome. Aha. Thank you so much, sir. If you have your JAM results not yet released, the DVC Academics is here. He will call JAM here and they will bring it for you. Sir, am I right? Thank you. I told you. He is also seated here, the Senior Vice President, Management Services, Babcock University, in person of Professor Jacob Haliso. He's also here. Please make him feel welcome. Aha. Just in case, if in your hall, the truck that used to come doesn't come on time, talk to Professor Haliso. He knows what to do. Right now, that truck will go and park in your hall and it will not move until he packs everything you want it to pack. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the sponsor and co-sponsor of Busa are both seated here. May I request Dr. Ibesua and Dr. Chilaka to please rise and wave to Busa. All right. You are covered back, left, and center. So it is time now, and I will begin by making the floor open. Deliberately, we have not given the mic to the VC to say anything, so that it will not look like what he will say will now make you not say what you want to say. Okay? So he will still say what he has planned to say to you after you have said what you want to say to him. Does that make sense to you? All right. The floor is now open. I want somebody who will boldly put up his hand. In fact, there is a giveaway of something. Double promotion to your next level. If you are in 400 level, we will give you NYSC certificate here. That's double promotion, okay? The floor is wide open now. Let me start with Busa. Yes, sir. Number one. Any other question? Please come. Please make it, encourage him now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, President Vice Chancellor. Good afternoon. So, my name is Joshua Toby Victor, and I'm the Busa Vice President from Imperial Campus. My concern as a student, even as the Vice President of Imperial Campus, is that why don't we have registry and bursary on Imperial Campus? Because that has been a major issue on Imperial Campus for years now, and because of that, Imperial Campus has solely depend on main campus for sustenance. Let me put it that way. So, sir, please, why don't you have registry and bursary on Imperial Campus? Thank you.
Is there anybody from Iperu here? No senator from Iperu? Did he speak your mind? Yeah, sure. What else do you have in mind that you want the VC to answer? That one, that's the first one. Wait, do you mean we all gathered here because of one question? Or you want me to call your sponsor to come and ask his own question? Sponsor is not a student, so whether he comes here or not, he's settled. I'll be sponsor. Senator of Sapphire Hall. Where are you? Come on, give it up to the senator now. Where is the senator? Sapphire Hall senator. Hey, whoa. What of Senator to Gideon Troopers? Oh yeah, now come. Give it up to him now. Aha. After these first two set of questions, then we'll hear response from the Vice Chancellor and then we come back again.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon now. So my question is regarding the halls on campus. I'll start with Sapphire Hall. There are a lot of complaints, like the halls have molds, leaking roof and all, and we don't know why that is still like that for now, because we've complained a lot. And for Nuwosin, they don't have enough fans, lockers, and tables in the hall. Likewise, toppers, and we've been writing for that effect, and nothing has been done yet. So we want to know why that's.
Sorry. You're a senator in Sapphire Hall.
No, sir. But I'm speaking on behalf of the senator.
Oh, because of Senator of Sapphire. I thought you're a senator in Sapphire. Please give it up to him. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. The two questions are very, very good questions. And it's reflective of the office that the first one who asked the question is holding, a welfare officer. Your concern is very, very legitimate. And I think I want to let you know that we are very much aware of the challenges of commuting between Ikperu campus and the main campus. The risk on the road, the loss of time which would have been used to study, and so many other inconveniences. But I want to let you know that you develop in phases. You all agree with me that how Ikperu was last year is not how it is today. We just completed Gamaliel Hall with the capacity of having 600 students. If you go outside the Gamaliel Hall, the School of Engineering is coming up. It's as if you knew what I was putting in my hand over notes to the incoming Vice Chancellor, that all the municipal facilities should be brought to Ikperu campus, including a shopping mall, including a well-furnished clinic, including some offices that could meet the immediate need of the dwellers there, knowing fully well that that school is expanding. Engineering is joining, environmental sciences will be joining, and it's not going to be only the law student that will be there any longer. And so I want to assure you, God helping the incoming administration, there will be something that will be done. It's already ongoing. When you went home, before you came back, the Wole Olanikwekun Auditorium, there is something that is going on beside it now. And by the grace of God, we keep on expanding and introducing things that will make your stay in Ikperu campus to be comfortable. So thank you very much for that question. The second one is on the issue of mold in Sapphire and the lack of fan and water in some of the halls. I think we have been discussing this. It came to my table even a few days ago. The need for us to still have an underground tank. I don't know whether Professor Adenina is there. And I've always been of the opinion that if there's any place where water should not go, it should be in the student hostels. And among the hostels, the one that is the rank number one in the order of importance, they are the female halls, for obvious reasons. You know, women need water at this age more than any of us, because they need to shower from time to time, they need to flush, they need to do so many things with water. And therefore, we are very much conscious of this. All I can tell you is that we are not resting on our oars. You all agree with me that we are improving every time. We just finished an underground tank. In fact, we thought that would be the end to all our water shortage problem, only to discover that it's still coming up, which is evidence that the school is expanding. And with that, we also try as much as possible to meet your need, because your welfare is our number one priority, and that should not be joked with. We should not be seen to be taking you for granted, knowing fully well that you have been one of the best set of students I've ever come across. Can you imagine, for the last 26 years, we've never had a time that students will carry placard or riot. And we should not take your peacefulness for granted. So I've written it down. Even the remaining 7 or 8 days that I will be on that seat, I will still push it so that you will be better off. Knowing fully well that the dry season is coming and there will be a lot of perspiration, you will need water to cool down, to take your bath, and we will push that forward and even hand it over to the incoming administration. I hope my colleagues from the hall, Professor Tolani Williams and Sister Mercy, do you have anything to add to that? Now, we will do our best to pick it up as soon as we leave here to ensure that your life will not be miserable. Thank you and God bless you.
Wow. You have heard from the Vice Chancellor. It means that these issues are not strange to his table, and clearly he is not going to bed to sleep over it and act as if he didn't see it. So clearly you have heard that he is giving it the best of the attention that he can. And for the ones that he may not be able to attend to, he is putting pen to paper so that the one coming thereafter will pick up from that. Thank you very much. Please put your hands again together for the President Vice Chancellor of Babcock. We're back for another round of questions. Yes. Sorry, sir. Don't be offended. Ladies first. Please, lady, come. Make her feel welcome. For those of us who are just arriving, this is a time with the President Vice Chancellor uncensored. What we are asking you, come forward with your most difficult questions. He is here prepared, and he must answer. If the President refuses to answer, nobody will leave here. Sit down and tell him, you will not go until you answer my question, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, President, Vice Chancellor, sir. Good afternoon, students. So, my name is Peter Chamaka Cynthia, the Busa Senate scribe. Sir, I have 2 questions for you. The first one goes towards, okay, there are some halls that are 6 in a room. Okay. There are some halls that are 6 in a room, and then with only 1 fan. This causes a lot of discomfort for students in that particular hall. So I want to ask, is there any chance or possibility of extra fan being added to such halls? The second question, most of our classrooms don't have working fans and AC, causing learning to be so terrible for us, to be honest, because most times we are fanning ourselves rather than paying attention to what the lecturer is saying. Take, for example, classes like Bukodo, SATs, there are no fans, no proper AC. So, is anything going to be done on that too? Yeah. At all, like, I don't care. Thank you.
Wow. Describe. You have been documenting things. You are here ready for war. She wants it done before he leaves. He's the VC. He can get it done. Vice President, sir. Then I'll come to you, lady. Then I'll come to you, young man. Please make the Vice President feel ready. He's not even smiling. I think he's here for something serious.
Good evening. Good afternoon, President, Vice Chancellor. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. So, just have a few areas of concerns that I would like to talk on. Firstly, some courses on campus, some departments, they have their classes in activity halls. Now, let's use, for instance, accounting, mass comm, political science, ILD, and the likes. And the chairs and tables are not enough in the various activity halls. So we are having students having classes at Bethel, but then they would go to Gideon Troopers to take chairs to Bethel so that they can have their class. This eats into their time, many a time, there are not even enough chairs, so you have to be using chair to write, and it's not conducive. The electricity irregularity is also a major source of concern for the students. We that are officials, we understand the workings, the inner workings, but then for the larger school community, the students at large, the ones that we're meant to serve, they're not going to be taking it because the mindset is with what we are paying, we should be getting this and all of that. And then we see students coming to, especially the people in the room, they increase. It's causing a lot of discomfort for the students there. And then I said it's just 6 now, so thank you very much.
Vice President, where they shake table. All right? Yes, there is a lady. He has asked your question. Okay. I will pause for the president to answer this set of 2 questions, and then I will come back again.
Again, let me thank those that asked the questions. And I want to say they are legitimate questions. As I sit here, I feel I should remove this jacket because of the heat. We are already getting to the period of hot season. And I can imagine 6 people in a room with only 1 fan. Even that fan will be blowing hot air because human beings generate heat. So what you are saying is very, very legitimate. If you look at my paper, I've taken note of that, and I'm going to pick it up with the student development. Whatever we can do within this short period, we do. If we cannot do it, we put it in the budget against next year. So what you are saying is very, very legitimate, and I want to apologize for that. The same thing, classes in the activity hall. That gives me something which I feel is not something very good for universities of this stature. You will all agree with me, we have started constructing. This building in front of your academic building just came up. The CIBN lecture theater just came up. The lab just near SAT is going to the 3rd floor where there will be spaces where you can also have lectures. Iperu campus, there are a lot of which will decongest engineering, and so as time goes on, things will be easing out. All I want to plead with you is to bear with us. It's going to be better as the time goes on. But what you have mentioned, they are legitimate concerns which any responsible leader will not take lightly. And I want you to know that has been noted, and we are going to work on it. Electricity regularity. We opted to be on band A. I'm sure you know what band A means. The band A means that the electric distribution company will give us around 22 hours of uninterrupted supply of electricity. And because you offer band A, you also pay a lot of money. As I stand here, we pay nothing less than 300 million in a single month for electricity. It's even more. When you had diesel and all the rest, you discover that we are paying a lot for electricity. We could have said, well, we are going to be in band B or band C, and then we ration it out. But because Babcock places value on the welfare of the students and the faculty, and because of the fact that almost all activities are powered by electricity. We do not want to have a long period of downtime. But what may have led to what we're experiencing in terms of the downtime electricity partly could be because of a truck running into the pole and causing the pole to fall down, or because of thunder, or because of wind, which led to some technical issues. And we are always informed by the IBDC of that, and quickly they rectify so that we can be able to use it. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, since we are living in this country that is imperfect, we expect those kind of hiccups here and there. But I want to assure you, the Professor Adenora is here, he and his team are working around the clock to ensure that even if there will be downtime, it's not going to be that long before power will be restored. But the lasting solution is what I wrote this morning in my handover note. It's high time that we start powering some of our buildings with solar energy, so that gradually, we will be able to have energy almost 24/7. God has endowed Africa with a lot of sunlight. So there won't be a time when you will say there are no sunlight to charge the solar panel. So what I'm trying to say in short is the fact that we will do our best, God helping us. If you recall, last year we installed solar panel electricity in all the street lights. And that's why everywhere now you find it illuminated by electricity because of the solar power. But we are moving from that now to isolated buildings, and gradually until we will be able to reach the whole campus. As you all know, it's very capital intensive, so we need to do it in phases. So thank you very much for that. We are aware of that, and we do our best in that regard. The issue of tracks and fees, volleyball under construction for a long time, is also a legitimate reason. And if you remember, we had a 5-a-side constructed just last year. 2 years ago, we have table tennis. This year, we commissioned the swimming pool, and more will be coming in as fund is available. But I quite understand your reason. It's always good to have sporting facilities so that students can burn their energy on something productive rather than using the energy for destructive purpose. So, and our philosophy encourages the development of the mental, physical, social. Physical, when you play ball, you move around, that's a physical development. Social, when you get to the table tennis or you meet friends and you socialize. So it's something embedded in our philosophy, and I think we will do our best to work on that. Capacity of the hall, yeah, I think is also true. And Gamaliel Hall has been completed now. Who knows, maybe whether another hall will crop up in the next year budget, so that gradually we'll be decongesting. I look forward for a time when it's going to be 2 per room in all the halls, and I think it's possible. So just bear with us, and it shall be well with us. Let me say, I'm here not only to hear complain. I want you to ask questions, real life questions. What are the lessons? What are the legacy you want to leave behind? What are some of the things that you can learn That's what will make it all meaningful, so that we don't just keep asking questions without also taking advantage of this opportunity to also interact intimately, ask questions on mentorship, ask questions, what are the challenges you face in the course of 10 years, what are the lessons you want to leave behind for us. Those are questions that we go a long way to make this exercise to be a very, very productive one. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right. You have heard from the president himself. Clearly, those are issues that are finding their level already. So it means that even after he has exited the seat as the president, he has already put in measures of how the classroom issues would have been resolved. I heard the president mention clearly of a building that is coming up by the old volleyball court. I heard the CIBN house. So I am sure that there are quite a handful of other goodies that are just, by the way, to alleviate those uncomfortable feeling that we are having, which is just for a while. All right, thank you very much, Mr. President. Please, can you put your hands again together for the President Vice Chancellor, Babcock University. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 6. Okay, the two ladies there, come. Let me start with them. Come. There's a lady on pink, and somebody was behind you. Wow. Cheer her up now. Number 1, come along with her. No, you are number 2, sir. Yes, come. Busa, is this all you can do for a lady? Do you know what it means for her to get up? Wow. Welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, President, Vice Chancellor. Good afternoon, my fellow students. Good afternoon to all authorities seated here. My name is Obada Ndamlola. I'm the graduating class president. So I'm going to be asking 2 questions. I'm going to be asking the Vice Chancellor 2 questions. The first one, somewhat personal. I would love to ask, was there any point in time where there were complaints, issues, or problems where you felt helpless? Situations where you felt helpless? Like, it was so, hard and looked like it was an impossible situation to solve or get out of. Then how did you actually get out of such situation? How did you solve it? And at any point during your leadership position in Babcock, did you feel underappreciated? And also, how did you pacify yourself if you ever felt like that? Then the third question, I would love to ask, sorry, I just had to ask this one. For the final year graduating class female students, we didn't have the opportunity to occupy the final year graduating or that normally is allocated to them. We would love to know why, because it really saddened us. And we would love if the school could do something about that. We really want to have like a final year space for final year female graduating class students. Thank you, and God bless everyone.
Madam, come. The remaining hands, while he is speaking, can you please make your way? Number 2 was here. I had another hand this way. Yes, please come. Yes, 2 of you. The one on brown and the lady, please come. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, President, Vice Chancellor, and good afternoon, fellow students. My name is Ayomikum, and I want to first of all thank the Vice Chancellor for this opportunity for us to ask questions.
If you feel standing, will be
so
you can sit.
My question is more of like a concern and a complaint about the infrastructure in the Babcock University Teaching Hospital new building where we have lectures for most Benkassin students. So for some time now, there has been like there has been a gradual deterioration in the structure and infrastructure of the new building, particularly the air conditioners and the chairs. Also, it extends from the classroom even to the laboratories, like for example, like the histology laboratory. The ACs there, both of them are not working, and even in a good number of the classrooms, the air conditioners are not working, and then the state of the chairs in the classrooms are quite deplorable, such that it gets increasingly inconducive for learning, both for students and lecturers, up to the point that lecturers have started expressing their complaints and threatening not to come for classes again because of the state of the classrooms and how hot and inconducive it can get. And and then particularly for lecture room 6, where my class has lectures, the ACs and then the chairs, we can no longer concentrate in the classrooms because of how everything is. There's no air conditioner, there's no fans, and then the chairs, up to half of them, are not good again. So we feel like it is affecting how we students learn in the class and how the lecturers impart knowledge on the students. So I just want to know if this can be treated urgently as possible. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Please give it up to him. If doctor no learn well, he go treat you the way he take learn. Please, pardon me, gentlemen. There is a lady in your midst, and I will recognize the lady first. Is that okay with you? Please clap for this gentleman. Lady, please come. Please clap for them now. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all authorities seated before me. I have a few complaints because I've noticed that there are some departments that are neglected in school. For example, my department of anatomy. Okay, since I joined this department of anatomy, I've noticed growing issues. For example, we all dissect cadavers. We do a lot of practicals on cadavers. And then it's like, it gets tiring at some point because the formalin used to preserve it is like very toxic and tiring. And then we've also asked our lecturers that why can't we have alternatives? Like there are some devices, like an anatomage, and they're like the school doesn't really appreciate the department of anatomy. That's why we don't have that. Also, in the same anatomy department, our ACs are leaking, and then the chairs are broken, and like it's so inconducive to sit and learn in the anatomy lobby. Aside my complaints, just wanted to ask, what lessons do you intend to leave us with? Thank you.
Wow. Please give it up to her now. Please come, sir.
Good afternoon, Principal, Vice Chancellor, and all the principal officers here, my fellow students. I have a concern, and I just want to ask, what is the aim of this Freshers Festival, or Fest, as it's been called? What is the aim of Freshers Festival? And secondly, seeing the kind of people that are being invited, I think I saw one of the video, one of the artists is saying it's gonna be mad. So my concern is, what is the relationship between God's own university and someone who is coming to promote madness?
What level are you? 400 level. May you graduate well. Freshers Fest. You want council? VC doesn't used to go to Freshers Fest, but thank you for your question. Yes, next person. Ha. Hey, Director of Socials, Busa, where is it? Come up. Get ready, you answer that question, because that one is not VC's.
All right. President Vice Chancellor, staff, and students, good evening. I have a concern. My name is Jerry Musa from Religious Department. For other departments, they run a full postgraduate program. But for my department, we don't have a full postgraduate program. And it's a concern to me as a person. So I don't know what is stopping Babcock University from having a full postgraduate program in Babcock University. I'm a 400 level student, and soon I will be leaving Babcock University. I believe so much in Adventist education, and because of these circumstances, some of us are forced to go outside Adventist institution for our postgraduate program. So I wish that can be considered and taken care of. Thank you, sir.
Wow. You are in 400 level? May God make you graduate well. This thing you are asking for. VC is going, you want him to start doing postgraduate.
Good afternoon, President Vice Chancellor of Babcock University, and good afternoon, students of Babcock University. I have two questions to ask. Number one, I want to ask President Vice Chancellor, when I came to Babcock University, I learned that Babcock University is owing companies huge amount of money. How did you manage to settle this company? And at the tail end of your tenure, you promoted your workers and even increased their salaries. What is the secret behind this leadership style that you have? We are future leaders. We would like to know this. Then number two, we have CCTV cameras almost everywhere in Babcock University. And what we got to understand is that the CCTV camera is just as good as capturing immoral or maybe sexual immoralities. Maybe if you are doing any examination malpractice, that is where the CCTV camera will work. But your phone will be stolen here. You will look for it forever and ever. So what is causing all this wahala?
Okay. What course are you studying? Theology. Oh, wow. So you think CCTV is not... Have they stolen your phone before? Go and fast and pray. It will be found. Let CCTV catch what is catching. Next person.
Mr. President, Vice Chancellor, all other authorities, good afternoon. Mr. Vice Chancellor, my name is Ivy Blibo. I'm from Togo. I'm International Student Association President. I would like to thank you for the person you are. We are learning from you. What I remember from you is humility and leadership. And Professor Falemo also. What I remember about you for my entire life is for you caring for people. Because one day you were in your car and we have a problem for our exam. You were at that time 100 level. We were international students and we don't know anything about jump. And I came to you. You asked the driver to stop, and you go to the exam hall, Bukodel. It was around 5 p.m. They said that it was closed, but you asked them to allow us to do our exam. We want to thank you.
Wow.
I would also like to thank Dr. Audu, and other staff who invite international students to their houses. Because, you know, it's difficult to be international student.
That's right. So what's your
Far
question?
from home. Now, sir, I want to ask, if you consider your tenure, what was your goal when you became Vice Chancellor? What are the plans? And if you look to them, how do you do to achieve them? That's the first one. The second one, Mr. President, Vice Chancellor, sir. We do not have for international students any place where we have our restaurants. That when people come here for the first time, the food, I apologize, all Nigerians, the food may not fit with our home food, house food. It may not be possible for us to have a place where we can have at the top auditorium and restaurant so that when we come for the first time, we may not be like we are far from home. And the third one, sir, during the Christmas holidays, international students suffer a little bit because all Nigerians went home. It may not be, when we are close to graduation, we hear that our certificates are not translated, all those things. It may not be possible to give us those information as soon as we enter Babcock University so that we may get prepared and not be surprised. Thank you, President.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the president of the International Student. Busa, what happened now? Is it because it's another president? Organize excursion. Let them go to Lumo Rock and go and see the place.
Good day, everybody. Vice Chancellor, good afternoon. And my fellow students, good afternoon. I saw this opportunity that it is just right for me to appreciate the Vice Chancellor from what I have been hearing in this school. Even as I came to this school in my old age, and yet I have seen what a man could do. I appreciate this man because his gentleness and his speech, the way he acts, I look at him as a different person. I want to appreciate you. It is only God that knows the heart of a man. I also appreciate him towards what the benefit we are receiving in this school as a theologian. It is not easy to receive 75% of your tuition fee. We're only paying 25%. He has also granted us a work study. And in this work study, if you work 80 hours, you receive 13,400 and something naira.
Wow.
And I look at it as good.
That's right.
It is not easy after receiving this 75%. I also know that he has looked at other departments. He increased worker salaries. In short, he increased many things.
Are you a worker here?
I'm not a worker, I'm a student.
But you know.
Vice Chancellor, sir, is just an appeal or a request.
Go ahead.
Can it be possible for you to look into the amount of money paid to those work study?
Come on.
Thank you, sir.
Are there theology students here? Please put your hands together for him now. Wow. After 75% work study, Jacob. Come. Voila.
Good evening, everybody. All protocols duly observed. My name is Adiwale Adbayo, the chairperson of the Babcock University Premier Council. And I have two questions, not basically question. The first one is not a question. But the first question or request is, please can you share a leadership advice and experience to all the Babcock University students present here? Because we have 75% present here. They are all leaders. I want to know what leadership experience and advices you want to give us as future leaders. And also for the Department of Engineering, and environmental sciences, can they have a fixed date of when they'll be going to Iperu campus? Because as at summertime, they were telling them they are going to go to Iperu campus, but 1 week to resumption, they told them, oh no, you are coming to main campus. And also, the 100-level students of the department, engineering and environmental sciences, they told them to resume to Iperu campus. Then all of a sudden, after 1 week, they transferred them to main campus, and it was not actually convenient. As a parent, you can't drop your child in Iperu campus, then you get a call that your child is being transferred to main campus. Can they have like a time and defined time and explanation why all those things are put in place? Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. I'm sure Professor Deniran will be happy you asked that question. Come. We will suspend after this last question so that the Vice Chancellor can give responses.
Good afternoon, sir. Vice President of Cook University. My name is Wenze Paul Ahamdi. I am one of the senators and off-campus students. My question and what I want to say is concerning the securities at the gate. Sir, is there a way that we can have majority degree holders as securities at the gates?
Oh, wow.
Because most of the time, our inboxes, people will be messaging us how the security embarrass them or the kind of questions they ask. But sometimes we don't take it serious because of we are all students and we want to promote what we uphold. So, but one day I saw a security officer telling a staff that he cannot pass through the MSQ at, I think, to 9 to 10. And the staff wife has been admitted at ONG. The daughter was discharged that very same day. And the security officer did not even allow the man to pass there. So, sir, is there a way that we can look into all these things? Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for all the people who came forward to ask questions. Now I will request that you sit back as we get undiluted truth in terms of answers to these questions. And as I told you, if the VC didn't answer your question, sit back and tell him you're not going until he answers you.
Thank you so much. I love all the questions. The first question, I want to thank our final year student, the daughter, who asked a personal question. Has it been a time when I felt helpless, facing impossible situation in leadership? Have I felt underappreciated? And I want to say yes. One time when I felt so helpless was during the period of COVID. We were all planning to, in fact, we have told the students, you are graduating, come the last Sunday of August. And the thing started like a joke, a play child. Oh, we had it started in China, gradually, until one day we just discovered that we got the announcement that every school must be shut. It was like a joke when we heard that everybody should stay indoor. All offices closed down. And you know, for an administrator, when you don't have students, you don't have money to pay the salary of the staff. And it was a critical moment, and I felt helpless. After some time, we were asked to resume, but we were told that limit contact so that there won't be spread of the infection. We have to shift from the usual face-to-face with the marker and the chalkboard to blended module. And I remember we have to write the exam from home with all the associated inconveniences and glitches. But I want to thank God that Babcock was one of the first schools that safely migrated to online teaching and administration of exams. By the grace of God, we had virtual graduation. How did we navigate through this? It was just because of God and also asking questions, seeking for help. We have to go out of our shell, knock out to people that are IT savvy. How do we do this? How do we do this? How do we do? In fact, I listen to students. I listen to everywhere, knocking at every door. Please give us solution. How do we go about this? And we did not allow our ICT office to also rest until we got the solution. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, he that asks for advice, seek for solution, we always find solution. And we want to thank God that we navigate through successfully. That's one experience which I could share. Underappreciated, yes. Many a time, sometimes, particularly during the admission season, you see people almost calling you 12 midnight. We need admission to medicine, we need admission to law, we need admission for this. And once the admission clicks, you will not even see them again until the admission of the junior one. And I say, oh, sorry, I forgot to call you when you helped us with the admission of our student 2 years ago. But what I've learned in that is that human beings will always be human beings. They will run after you, seeking for your attention when they need help. And when the help is gotten, they forget about you. So it's a human nature, and I've learned to adapt to that I'm helping someone not because of anything that I want to be appreciated or I want them to thank me, but I'm doing it because God wants me to do it. And that has been the way that has been helping me in situations that I feel underappreciated. Hall that's supposed to be allocated to graduating class, not allocated to them. Apology. I know you always like fad, isn't it? Felicia Adebisi, that I've known that all along, that the final year students are always very, very possessive of Felicia Adebisi at hall. How it didn't happen this time around, I'm sorry for that. A leader must take responsibility, even if he doesn't know the reason why. So I apologize, I take responsibility. I will discuss with my people if it is possible for second semester. But if it's not, next year we will try as much as possible to accommodate you and factor your need, because final year you need few people in the room so that you can face your project, isn't it? So that is noted, and thank you very much for that. Number 2 is infrastructure in the teaching hospital. The air condition is not working. Histology lab is not comfortable. The state of the chairs, deplorable. Honestly, I discovered that when you probe this very well, it could be as a result of the negligence of the supervisors in that location. I remember one time in the cafeteria, the students were complaining the AC is not working, and they were and we were thinking of buying another long standing AC. As we brought somebody there, we discovered that it was just a minor thing that was, I think, the fuse. Once they put it back, the thing was just working perfectly. I feel that what may be the reason for this is that maybe the one that's supposed to oversee that location is not doing his job very well. Because I don't believe that all those ACs, they are completely damaged. It may be the need for servicing, it may be the need to refill the gas, little things that can be done without so much of capital outlay. So thank you very much. I've noted that one down. We will pick it up. The DVC Academy is also taking note, I know, with his phone. We will pick it up. Who is the one in charge of, and also Professor Adenira is there, so that what is needed to be done to service those things should be serviced. But the good news I have for you is also that we are expanding. For those of you in the medical school, you are seeing this 6th floor Kesinti Adebusu School of Pharmacy, which is coming up at the other side. You have been hearing of Desalu building. Those are expansions that is coming up. By God's will, this week also we are going to do the groundbreaking for the accident and emergency building at the other side of the road. So those are things that will, once those buildings come up, they will decongest, and that will make life a little bit more easy for you. But I believe those little things you are talking about, chairs to be fixed, they are not things that are too expensive to be done. It could be that maybe the one that's supposed to take note of all those facilities have dropped the ball. The next one is Freshers Festival. How come one of the actors or the musician coming say, I want to be bad? Madness. I may not be able to answer that question, but I want to drop that in the lap of the director of social, and also starting with the vice president for student development. I think we need to also ensure that we don't do things that we even drag the moral standing of students down. Because if someone is behaving like a madman, like someone who is, that's not a very good example. And we need good role model here, that we model what is noble, what is sublime, what is lofty to our student, not somebody that is drinking and smoking and doing things that may not honor God. So please, whenever we are inviting people to campus for anything, I believe in Freshers' Night, because one of the things that we teach here is harmonious development of the physical, social, spiritual, and the mental. And social activity this is not a monastery or a place where you just have to be holy, 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 and as a matter of fact, there is no one as social as Jesus Christ. He dined with the wine bibbers. He talked with the woman at the well. He mingled with the tax collectors. Everybody he meets along the road, he mingles with them. He socializes with them to save them. And so we should not be in the ivory tower or in a silo far away from what is going on around us, knowing fully well that after we leave here, we are going into the outside world. And so we should be able to socialize. However, we draw a caution. Those social interactions that will lead to sexual immorality, drug addiction, or pool betting, and all those things that are not lofty, there are some social things you can do that can, some of you got your boyfriend, your girlfriend here, which is allowed. I got my girlfriend when she was in 400 level at the university. And I've met quite a lot of graduates I've attended wedding ceremony of students. Both of them graduated here. I think early this year, 2 of them wedded in England. And when the lady was talking about how they met on the first day when came here for freshers. When they came here, you were here, the new students were here they was exchanging, oh, what do you do? Could you put me through? Have you gone? That was how they clicked. And they started the relationship from 100 level until they graduated. Both of them went to England, they did their masters, and they got married in England. Their courtship lasted almost 6 or 7 years. So what I'm trying to say in essence is the fact that be social. Jesus is social, but don't let your social cause you to sin. That is what I'm trying to say. Thank you. The next one, full postgraduate program in theology. Why not in Babcock? That's a very difficult question for me to answer. I'm a man under authority. And the General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church established a postgraduate university called Adventist University of Africa, located in Nairobi, Kenya, to serve the whole of the continent. We have 4 of such universities in the whole world. Andrews University in Michigan, in the US, another one in Loma Linda, in California, another one, Adventist International Institute of Advanced Studies, where I graduated, in the Philippines, and the 4th one is Adventist University of Africa in Nairobi, Kenya. Those are 4 General Conference institutions funded by the General Conference. I know that the church is very, very careful of adulteration and pollution of the doctrine handed over. They have had situations where people continue to propagate national theology, liberation theology, and some theologies that are a little bit different from the faith of our fathers. And so they established that one so that there will be a cross-cultural people that are vetted will be able to. But as it is, that was the agreement signed. Perhaps in the nearest future there may be a liberalization of that, because I also noted that quite a lot of people that are frustrated, that cannot afford to go to AUA, how to find themselves going to public universities where it's even worse. So how that will play out, we leave that in the hands of the Almighty God. But what was agreed among our leaders, all the division president, they signed an agreement that one will be the one that will be training our theology graduate at the graduate level. And that agreement still subsists. Whether it will be vacated tomorrow, we leave that in the hands of the Almighty God. I hope I've answered that question. The next one is debt-free welfare. We give God the glory. That one, I don't know how it happened. It's only God that helped us. And no one will share the glory of God and live. But I believe God helped us to put in place measures to cut wastages, to live within our means, to not be extravagant, to live within the budget, to put in place procurement committee where we get best bargain. And all those things put together help us to conserve the fund and then use the fund to liquidate our debt and then to increase salary. I was reviewing in my handover note, we increase salary on this campus more than 6 times over these last 10 years. And to the glory of God, we have never at any time even missed out in paying the salary as at when due. And we give glory for that. So if there's anybody to praise, is our Almighty God who enables. CCTV, stolen phone, only sexual immorality that CCTV is catching. And, well, I may not totally agree with that. Why I'm saying that is the fact that everybody that will be suspended on this campus, everybody that will be expelled, every staff that will be disciplined, we still need to wait for my final approval. And I've reviewed cases upon cases. I think Professor Tolani William can bear me witness. Cases upon cases of people that they were, since we caught them taking the phone, and some of them putting in their bra. Some of them trying to put it in there, and the CCTV catch them. In fact, if you look at what happened in the cafeteria, you see women with their headgear, they put a Maggie cube and wrap it, and CCTV will catch them. A bowl of eba, wrap it on their wrapper, and CCTV will catch them. So CCTV is working, and it's not only catching those with sexual immorality, it's also catching people that steal phone. It could be maybe one of the areas where people could be also clever. When they look around, they discover that the CCTV is not there. Maybe that's how they. But I've seen in halls of resident cases review that CCTV caught people that are stealing. And I think that's just it. Humility, your leadership style is admirable. To God be the glory. Number 4, your goal, your plans. How far have you gone? To the glory of God, we have gone very far. We place the welfare of staff and students as number 1. God has helped us. We place making sure that we have all our programs accredited. I dare say that all our programs are fully accredited today. Unlike when we came, where some of them are interim. All those that are interim have now moved from interim to full accreditation. I want to thank God for that. And then we have added new programs and so many other things that are in the 8-point agenda. So far, the Lord has helped us. Restaurant for international students. Oh, yes. I fell for the president of the international student because I was an international student for 10 years. And I never came home for any Christmas holiday. It could be very, very, very lonesome. Even when my mother died, I could not come home. And that still taunts me up to today because I'm finding it difficult to find closure because I love my mom so much. But we do our best. Since that is noted, there are some people that are still going to be here after I'm out of the seats, and they have taken notes. Whatever we can do to make our international students feel belonging, not feeling homesick during Christmas, we should do. In my own way, I do it. I invite them for a party in my house during the Christmas holiday so that we can interact. But that cannot suffice because it's only once. But we need more teachers to also invite them if you are on campus, and then the excursion too will be very okay. The restaurant, well, maybe we should talk to the BGH people so that they don't just only serve amala, fufu, and eba. We should also have some international menu that will make our international students to feel at home. To set up a whole restaurant may not be cost effective because are we sure that after the first experience, people will come back again? But occasionally the BIG can be doing something that will make that happen. Certificate translation, we are going to push that to the registrar so that they can be doing that early enough so that we not give problem to our international students. Appreciation for gentility, to God be the glory for that. He is the source of everything good in any human being. Appreciation for 70% rebate for theology student, to God be the glory for that. Work study to increase the rate, it is noted. Please, my people, I wish we have the bursary people here or HR. I think I totally agree with you, because things are expensive now, right from the time that the minimum wage has gone up. And we also need to jack it up so that the money that will be gotten will be a little bit something that can serve them. Yeah, the Premier Council Chair side, what's the leadership advice that you can give? My advice is, when you are a leader, always remember that leadership is temporal. You are there today, and you may not be there tomorrow. Treat your subordinate with kindness, with love, with reference, knowing fully well that you will not be there permanently. Busa President, very soon, you will hand over and you'll be a commoner. As you see, in the next 8 days, people will even pass me by, they will not know. I told my driver, my PA, I said, get yourself ready. In the next 8 days, everybody will go to their own tent, and I will be all alone. Common person sitting there in the sideline, while the new president will loom larger than life. Knowing that, I sing to my head every day, be gentle with your subordinates. Treat them with patience. Respect them, because respect begets respect. Knowing fully well that you are not going to be there forever. Tuesday next week, I bet it, that big office that the VC occupies will be somebody else. That White House he occupies will be somebody else. And then I will have to start struggling with my own car, on my own, and my God. Realizing that and knowing that should make you to be humble. Knowing fully well that leadership is an assignment given to you for a period of time, after which you will vacate. Number 2 point is that when you're a leader, do your best and leave a legacy, because opportunity gone, you cannot reclaim it again. Do your best, give the best shot while you are there, knowing fully well that you will not be there forever. And when you're a leader, don't be too extravagant. Don't the perquisite of office. My Busa President, you have an office, you have AC and all those things. Very soon you'll be stripped of all those things. In fact, I'm already being stripped. If you come to my office now, virtually all my belongings are already out of that office as of this morning. Because I'm gradually programming my mind that, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, security, yes sir, that will be gone. I'm already feeling it. Because the day that the new VC was announced, people started doing what? Realigning. Those my friends that say, hello, VC, coming to my house, I see them migrating to the other side, looking for a position, looking for where they can be placed in the new administration. And that is human being. And that is why you need to learn to, you are not going to be there forever. It's a matter of time. Somebody else will occupy this place where you are. That's my advice. That is my experience. And the Lord will bless every one of us. Engineering, that is my baby. And we are going to finish very soon. It's boldly in my handover notes. And I'm going to have a one-to-one, heart-to-heart discussion with the incoming VC. Please let us finish this thing. Don't let it be an abandoned baby. We must push it to a logical conclusion. It can be a signature program. It's a signature program, and we should see it to be. Reason why I was so passionate about it is that engineering is a field where we have very few Seventh-day Adventists. We have a lot of teachers. My parents, they were teachers. We have a lot of nurses. But you have few engineers, few architects, few, because our eyes were not open to that during those times. And now that God has opened our eyes to have the School of Engineering, we must support it, and the Lord will help us. So very soon, how soon, I may not be able to tell you, because the next 8 days, I don't have the power to say any other thing, but to say I'm praying for you. But I think we will work with a subtle advice to our VC, incoming VC, so that that project will be completed in good time. I look forward that next year, fully, all the engineering students will be at the Peru campus. I always make a joke. You know, majority of engineering students are male. And we have quite a lot of law students that are female. Maybe that will be an opportunity for an engineer to meet a lawyer. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? It's allowed, so long as the relationship is a very holy one. So that's just that. Security at the gate, degree holders, they are messing up. I want to let you know that majority of the security at the gate, they are graduates. Some of them even have their master's degree. It's just because of the situation on the country that makes them to wear uniform. And I have met so many of them that have masters. Some of them are aspiring to begin their PhD, but when they don't get any job, they fall into any job that they can, so as to kill body and soul together. What I discover, I may be wrong, over the years is that sometimes we are not patient. When you get to the gate, you want to go immediately. And God forbid, if they should be careless, we all suffer. If somebody carrying arms, explosive, just driving to campus because on the guise of the fact that you want to let people go in quickly, all of us will suffer. So they need to do their work and do it meticulously. And one thing which I believe Nigerians lack most is patience. I've been to more than 30 countries in this world. I've never seen a country that lacks patience like Nigerians. I was coming from Abuja last Saturday evening. Just a little thing for people to pass. They will leave the lane and go and face the upcoming vehicle, and the whole thing, something that's supposed to go 5 minutes will be there for 3 hours. People will be overtaken from different sides. Why can't you stay on the lane and you go smoothly? Within 20 minutes, everybody gone. So the same thing happens in the gates. Because it's not they told me, I've seen it happen, lambasting the security because they want to quickly rush in. And those people are standing their ground. This is what we were asked to do, to check the booth, to check everywhere, to see that you are not carrying anything that's harmful to the campus. My plea is that let's be patient with them. But that's not to say that some of them also have their faults. I'm not saying that all of them are saints. Some of them could also be very insultive, and I want to apologize on their behalf. But I also want to let you know that some of us too are not patient. I've heard a student say, I can pay your salary, and insulted a man that's a family man, as if the man should go and hang. And I think it's not fair. They are human beings, and we should give them dignity and respect. So that's my take about that. I'm placing it on both sides. Students, parents, be patient. Security, Be courteous as you address guests and students, and the Lord will bless us abundantly. I think that's all that I have in addressing the questions. I don't know whether you give me time to give my valedictory address to you, because this may be the last time that I will have audience with the student body. We may meet on Saturday, we may meet at the stadium during the pull-out, but where it's exclusively for students, this is the time. The MC, I want to, okay, I may be overcome with emotion, and that's why I took time to write it down, so that at least as I read, I will not be overtaken by emotion. My dear student leaders, distinguished students of this great family, today is a tender moment for me as I stand before you in this valedictory hour. My heart is filled with gratitude, with hope, and with quiet confidence that God, who has led us until now, will continue to lead us in the years ahead, and will continue to shepherd this community long after my voice grows silent in these halls. Babcock University has never been merely an institution. It is a calling. It is a trust. It is a sacred space where the flame of mission has kept alive by prayer, by sacrifice, and by people who believe that true education prepare one for the joy of service in this world and the higher joy of wider service in the world to come. That is why today I come with one burden on my heart. Guard the call. Guard the call. Guard the core of your values. Dear students, you are young, gifted, full of promise, but also surrounded by distractions that seek to dilute your purpose. My dear fellow students, shun distractions that steal your time and weaken your mind. Excessive TV, movie consumption, endless social events, hours lost to soccer, betting, or film series, and the harmful tyranny of handheld devices that interrupt your thinking, your worship, your study, your peace. Sometimes you may need to fast, not only from food, but from time wasters. Your time here is short, your future is long. Value what matters most. Do not trade eternal gain for temporary pleasure. Number 2, guard the core of your character. Character remains the true test of greatness. Avoid immoral behaviors that cloud your judgment and stain your spiritual vision. Avoid lust. Embrace selfless, Christ-like love. True love waits. True love is other-centered. True love do not explore the others and exploit the others. Avoid the traps of materialism, pool betting, gambling, prostitution, fraud, aristo, and the many glittering shortcuts that end in sorrow. Live temperately, respect your body, eat moderately, and exercise regularly. Shun injurious substances and use of beneficial things in moderation. Remember, godliness with contentment is a great gain. Your character will go with you further than your degree will go. Number 3, guard the core of academic integrity. Your education is your stewardship. Free your time for what matters most, your studies. Avoid examination misconduct. The value of your certificate is in the integrity that produces it. Never cut corners. Do not misuse technologies, including ChatGPT, to cheat yourself. Tools meant for learning must never become tools for dishonesty. Number 4, guard the core of your purpose. You are not here by accident. God planted gifts in you. Identify your area of giftedness, whether academic, creative, or entrepreneurial. Explore your God-given potential to the fullest. Join spiritual, social, and academic clubs. but never at the expense of your education or your mission. Let every involvement deepen your calling, never dilute it. Associate with forward-looking individuals. Mentors matter. Choose friends who feed your destiny, not those who bleed it. Evil communication corrupts good manners. Number 5, guard the core of Adventist identity. You belong to an institution with a sacred calling. Protect what makes Adventist and Babcock University distinct. The sanctity of marriage, the sanctity of the Sabbath, the uniqueness of Adventist lifestyle, modesty in dress and appearance. Our emphasis on complete education, mental, physical, spiritual, and social. They are the capstone courses that grant every discipline in a biblical worldview. The pressure of government, regulation, society trends, and secular demand will increase. But like Daniel, like Esther, like Joseph, you must dare to stand for God, even when it is not popular. Number 6, guard the core of community. Respect begets respect. Respect your colleagues, respect your teachers and non-teaching staff. Respect yourself because you are fearfully or wonderfully made. Maintain hygiene and cleanliness. Keep your environment, and most importantly, keep your mind pure. Practice volunteerism. Do not measure every service in naira. Service is the currency of heaven. Number 7, guard your life in view of eternity. Put God in the reckoning. Live in constant awareness that life is more than grades, more than applause, more than social media likes. Life is a preparation for eternity. Students, my dear students, I implore you, guard the core. Guard your faith, guard your purity, guard your time, guard your mission, guard your integrity, guard your eternity. As I take my bow in the next few days and leave the stage, my prayer echoes Paul's benediction. Not unto him who is able to keep you from falling. May God keep you, may God guide you, may God make your life a testimony of his grace. And may the light of Christ continue to shine through this university, through your life, and through the future. Guard your faith, guard your purity, guard your integrity, and may eternity be yours in Jesus' name.
I thought you will stand as you give him a standing ovation for that very informative. This is the last message you will hear from him in a gathering of this nature. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. You may be seated. You may be seated. Mr. President, Vice Chancellor, I have said this to you privately. If I had the power, you won't go anywhere. And sometimes when I say that, he will chase me away. He say, I know you don't like me. But we pray above all things that which your heart desires, as you go into the next phase, the Lord will lead you as he has always been doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, as we draw the curtain for this evening's event, I will invite the student activity, the sports unit, through the support of the President, Vice Chancellor, and his team. They are here to showcase a little out of the multiple things that unit has been able to achieve. May I invite the director of that unit, Dr. Oshindino. Please make him feel welcome.
Mr. President, sir, and all other principal officers are seated. What we just want to do right now is just an appreciation and also to present to the university, because this is the very first time we'll be doing that, what happened during the Empuga Games. And up to now, we have not been able to make a formal presentation to the university for what they have done for us during that period. And therefore, at this point, because of time, I'm going to call all the contingent for the NPUGA games to please come forward. And then members of student activities also to also come forward while we present to the university. Please, let's come forward because of time, let's come forward. While we present to the university the gold medalists that made Babcock proud during that period. We had 24 universities that participated in that event. And then on the medals table, Babcock came fourth. We had 4 gold. 6 silvers, and then 8 bronze. So it was a very good event outing for us during that period. And I'm going to be calling most especially out the gold medalists who actually made Babcock very, very proud for that day. The first person I'm going to be showcasing and presenting to the Vice Chancellor is Emmanuel Agawa. Emmanuel Agawa is not here, but he's one of the major persons who won gold for Babcock University. The second person is Omoreyin Peace Chizaram. Is Chizaram here? Okay. The other person is Ogbodo Deborah Ezine. Please come around. And the local organizing committee for that event is our own Dr. Solomon Obida. Please also let's clap for him because he coordinated also the event for us. So we have a cake that we are going to cut, but before we do that, we also want to appreciate the principal officers. This is an award to appreciate what the support that have been given to us during this period. So I'm going to be calling on stage the President Vice Chancellor. Please come out. Professor Philemon Amanze, please. We also want you to please come out. And also Professor Aliso Jacob, please come out. While please let the million welcome. Let's clap. And also, this Deborah is one of the gold medalists, and the mom is around here also to join in this celebration. So, mom, please come also and stay beside. So, please, let's give please bring the one for the Vice Chancellor.
We start with the student first because Mama is there. Is there anything you want to, or you want to?
No, she already have a gold. Oh no, okay. Okay, so maybe President Vice Chancellor, please help us decorate her for making Babcock proud in this event. So please. Okay, sir. Sir, please. This is please, sir, for her also.
I think I did that one. Maybe someone will do that.
It's for her. It's for her.
This is for Deborah Ezine Ogbodo, Babcock University Student Activities Department, Sport Excellence Award, a gold medalist in the discus female event during the National Private University Games, Mpuga, held at Babcock University, presented today, 24th of November, 2025. Congratulations.
So please, let's bring the one for the Vice Chancellor here, while Professor Williams take over from here.
behalf of the Babcock University Student Activities Department, I present to you this award to our President Vice Chancellor, Professor Ademola Estayo, for your outstanding contribution, dedication, and sports development in Babcock University. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, another one. Where's the one for? Please, let's bring it out. Okay, there is another person in here, Professor Amanze, please, you help us do this. He's also another gold medalist. That is Peace Chizaram. Please, Peace Chizaram. Is she there? Yeah.
Peace Chizaram Omi Renyi. From the Student Activity Department, presented to you for sport excellence during the National Private University Games Mpuga held on this campus a few weeks ago. Congratulations.
On behalf of Babcock University Student Activities Department, this Sports Excellence Award is presented to Professor Philemon O. Amanze for your outstanding contribution, dedication, and spirit in Babcock University. Thank you and congratulations, sir.
It's my turn now.
It's your turn.
Prof, it is my turn now. Make it sweet.
What language should I speak? On behalf of Babcock University Student Activities Department, we present this award of the Sports Excellence Award to Professor Jacob Aliso for your outstanding contribution, dedication, and sports development in Babcock University. Thank you and congratulations.
I think what we are going to do right now is to come together and take picture and cut the cake, and then. So please, everybody, let's come together. All the contingent, let's come together and have a group photograph.
The gold medalist.
Yes. The gold medalist. Please, the gold medalists come. Stand in between. Please come. What happened? Thank you so much. The last one is one of the gold medalists to just give it a response, like a thanks, appreciation.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, our Vice Chancellor, our distinguished administrators, and esteemed guests. My name is Obodo Deborah, proudly standing here as a representative of Babcock Athletics team. On behalf of my fellow students, I want to sincerely appreciate the unwavering support you've shown us, your support of nutritional support such as protein like goat's meat, chicken, fish during the Mpuga, medical care, and overall encouragement has been instrumental in keeping us strong and healthy and focused on excellence during the program. We recognize the sacrifice and the investment you have made, and we do not take them for granted. Your commitment inspires us to push harder, train smarter, and represent Babcock University with pride. Yes, I believe Babcock can be just a step away from the Olympic stage if only you invest more in our sports, in our equipment, and funding us, also including scholarships and good incentives. With greater support, we can reach new heights, break more records, and bring greater honor to this great institution. Thank you once again for believing in us. We promise to keep striving for excellence and to make you proud. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together again for her. That is Team Babcock's gold medalist. And I am sure that at the next Mpuga, more medals will come our way. Even if you graduate, please come back as a coach. All right. We will draw the curtain just about now. But I want to share with you that tomorrow by 2 p.m., there will be a lecture. All of the virtues that you have said, have heard of our President Vice Chancellor. There is tomorrow going to have a lecture from an erudite global scholar who has made his way all the way from the United States of America. In fact, I lack adjective to describe this individual.